AITA for telling my estranged sister and our parents that she and her kids are not my problem? 7 years ago I was married and expecting a baby when things went horribly wrong. Around 10 weeks into my pregnancy I suffered a miscarriage, and then I returned home to find my husband in bed with my sister. The two of them tried to apologize and convince me that we could all get over it. But I wanted nothing to do with either of them, and even less so when I found out she had gotten pregnant. My divorce was finalized quickly because I wanted nothing from him other than the divorce and was willing to leave the marriage with nothing but the clothes on my back. Pretty early I realized my parents were hoping I would want to still be part of the baby's life, but I wanted nothing to do with the baby my sister conceived while sleeping with my husband. Now as I lay in hospital losing my own pregnancy, I refused any and all contact with my sister and they married and had 2 more children after the one she conceived during my marriage to him. I met my current husband when I had distanced myself from my whole family, and he was amazing and his family were great. We got married 2 years ago and his family are nothing short of the best. I adore the nieces and nephews I have gained through my marriage to him, and we spend a lot of time together. Around 3 months ago my sister called me at work, using my work phone, and told me she needed me and could I please come to her. I hung up the phone and continued about my day. It was several hours later that I got a message from my parents saying I needed to be with my sister. A few days later I got another call and was told my sister had been pregnant. The baby passed away inside of her and she delivered a stillborn, all while he was out sleeping with someone else. My parents and sister expected me to rally around her and I didn't. Now that some time has passed and she lives with them, I have been inundated with them saying I should meet her kids, be there for them like I am my husband's nieces and nephews, and that I should reconcile with the family. My sister told me how sorry she was again and that she wanted us to make up. I told the 3 of them that she and her kids are not my problem and I still want nothing to do with them. My parents are furious and they say I need to forgive because whatever she did, she is now suffering worse than would ever be deserved, and her kids are innocent and deserve an AITA? NTA. The is the sister who gets pregnant by your husband, and then decides it might be a good idea to marry a guy who thinks it's okay to cheat when you are married. She made her own mess. It's totally your decision if you want her back in your life. And if you choose to ghost her, that is valid. For the sake of your mental health, please cut these toxic people off. I suspect their motives are not pure in nature and likely want to use you. NTA. Her kids are innocent and deserve an aunt. AKA. The wicked sister needs a free babysitter. NTA. Ditch them and cut off any contact. NTA. Screw around and expect to pay the consequences. Honestly, I'm shocked that you have not just completely cut your whole family out. As someone who has suffered 7 losses, I could never imagine dealing with a loss only to find out my husband is sleeping around, and even worse with my sister. And now you are expected to forgive and forget? Hell nah. Cut the ties and say goodbye. Embrace the healthy relationships you have with your husband's family. NTA. I have no sympathy for people like that. She got what she deserved. I say you go and see with them for good. NTA. What do they need you for? Because to me that suggests that they want something from you, and it isn't emotional support. I would bet it is because she has no money and it is Christmas coming up and you treat your nieces and nephews so well that they want a piece of that. People who are entitled behave this way, insisting that you must do this or should do that, and that the children deserve this or that. Life isn't fair and no one has the right to tell you who to forgive and be in contact with. It isn't a matter of being good or bad. It is what your boundaries are, and they don't like that you have boundaries. Well, tough. Worse than could ever be deserved? I happen to think she got exactly what she deserved. She got exactly what she gave to you. Literally found herself in the exact same predicament. And the fact that she thinks she deserves your sympathy is almost comical. I honestly think you should cut communication with all three of them, your horrid sister and kind of even more so horrid parents. Of course you're NTA. Don't question yourself for a minute. Continue to live your best life, without the unnecessary baggage some might refer to as your family. NTA like it all. Your sister sure as hell has some nerve asking for your help. Go LC with your parents if they keep pushing you. You deserve so much better. Sending lots of love. NTA. This is not something you just get over. This was a decision by the two people closest to you. She finally had karma bite her back. If your parents can't understand why she's not allowed in your life, then I'm sorry, but they need to go too. They keep pushing for a relationship that's been broken beyond repair. I can't believe you are still in contact with your parents. How did they hang around your ex-husband knowing what he did to you? Disgusting. I would go and see with parents. It's almost abusive having these people in your life. NTA. NTA. Dunno how she and your parents think this is okay, tbh. As you sow, so you reap. Your sister is the golden child and your parents will never support you. I am sorry you have suffered so much and wish you all the happiness in the world. NTA. I feel bad for your sister having to go through such a painful loss. Same as I do your. I can't even imagine how difficult that is. And no one deserves to lose a child. But that has nothing to do with what she did to you. And yes, she absolutely did deserve the rest of what happened to her. That's just called karma. And your parents saying she's suffering worse than would ever be deserved is just bizarre to me. Because it's exactly what happened to you. Expect in your situation it was worse because it was your sister who did it. Your sister and your ex-husband are, of course, the biggest assholes here. But your parents aren't much better for trying to manipulate you. And I have a strong feeling it's out of pure selfishness that they want you back in your sister's life. Most likely because they're a bit overwhelmed having both her and the children staying with them. And want some help in some form or another. Either way, I'm so happy to hear that you found a great husband with an amazing family who has given you the support you both needed and deserved. Focus on them. Go low contact with your parents. And if they can't respect your boundaries, then maybe no contact. At least for now. NTA. It's not like they were there for you in your miscarriage. I have no sympathy for them, sadly. While I do empathize with their situation, you have every right to not forgive them and go and see entirely, to be honest. NTA. She made her bed and she can lie in it. The kids may not be at fault, but they are still a product of your sister's and ex's betrayal. So it's completely reasonable to want nothing to do with them. If your family can't understand that, then consider going NC with them. Hugs. To you. NTA. Your sister seems to have suffered the same things you suffered. Your parents didn't rally around you or take your side, and they don't get how insensitive it is to summon you to comfort your sister now. Your whole family is toxic for you. Luckily your husband's family is good. NC with your family for now is the only winning move. NTA. Oh look, the consequences of her own actions. Sucks to be her. You go be happy. I hope they all wallow in the mud of their own making. They want you to pay for what she has sown. NTA. I can't believe your parents are actually giving you grief over this. If they persist, then you'll be better off going NC with them too. It's like they couldn't care less about what you went through because of what your sister did. NTA. Lord have mercy. What a mess. Up. I am so sorry about this. I can't imagine how painful the loss of your child and your family must have been. I'm really glad for you that your husband and his family are so wonderful. I'm not sure what else your sister thought would happen. If someone cheats with you, they're going to cheat on you. I'm always surprised by the number of people that think they're special. That the person wouldn't cheat on them after they've cheated with them. You don't owe your sister anything. Up. It was shameful that she cheated with her own sister's husband. Block her and move on with your life. I wish you all the best. NTA. But I'm in awe for laughing at your sister's fate. How ironic. How well deserved. And somehow, now your birthgivers acknowledges her pain and finds it important to provide her support. They even have the audacity to compare your pain to hers just to invalidate you once more. Fucking disgusting. I'm not sure if this event and their badgering opens up old wounds in you. But I'd seek up a therapist just to make sure you're prepared for whatever comes from your bloodline's end. Please hug your husband tight. I'm so happy you have your found family by now. It takes strength and a great mental fortress to rebuild such deep connections from rock bottom. But you did it. Be proud of yourself. Best wishes for you and your true family.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.